Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. A lot of hostility, I must say, that is taking place in Nigeria, and this time around Femi Gbajabiamila, the Honorable Speaker of the House, is caught up in that web, and it has generated a lot of reactions. It has sparked a lot of reactions. Some Nigerians have called him out, in a stern way. Others are saying, well, maybe it's just not his fault. Others are already calling him out. In fact, so many things are going on right now, and he had to come clean because prior to this event, or yesterday when this whole event happened, a lot of media houses carried it. So he had to come online and explain exactly what took place. Even at that, Nigerians did not spare him, and they're asking questions. Will this be like Endsars protesters as well? Let's find out. But before we go into the news proper and further analysis, we'd like you to subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you will see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Well, a horrible incident took place yesterday. This evening, that's yesterday evening, as I left the National Assembly, I stopped as usual to exchange pleasantries with the newspaper vendor at the corner. That's Femi Gbajabiamila explaining things that took place, the event that took place yesterday. He said a horrible incident has taken place. He said, yesterday evening, as I left the National Assembly, I stopped as usual to exchange pleasantries with the newspaper vendors at the corner. Many of them have known me since I first moved to Abuja, and it was a friendly exchange. He continued, unfortunately, after the convoy set out in continuation of movement, unidentified men obstructed the convoy, which got the attention of the security men in the convoy, who shot into the air to disperse them. Some hours later, after getting to our destination, it was brought to my attention that someone was hit by a stray bullet, contrary to an earlier report by men in the convoy that they applied their security discretion to shoot in the air. Nigerians have also answered him, and they're quite very angry. One of the reasons, let me just say this very quickly before I take what Nigerians are saying, they're not sparing him at all on social media. One of the things I noticed in this part of the country, in this part of the world, I'm talking about Nigeria, is that it looks like in Nigeria we don't have what we call rubber bullets. Okay, the only way we dispense crowd is through life bullet. It's wrong, really, because life have no duplicate. Well, one would excuse the fact that they had to do it in the air and all that, but I also feel in event of such crowd management and all that, we should have things to disperse crowds. Okay, and then because of the level of insecurity, I must say this very quickly. Because of the level of insecurity, you can imagine they have to go through convoy, and when they saw the menacing looking, or rather, the strange men coming to obstruct their convoy, they got scared. If you know you are doing well and you have set up beefed up security for the common man, you wouldn't even need so much convoy, because the common man is happy, the common man is going to his everyday life, the common man has what the basic amenities, the common man has what it takes to eat. It won't even bother you. In as much as you're doing your duty as the lawmaker, why would it bother you? He has his basic amenities, he has good roads, he has security. You won't even need so much convoy to protect you. Now you saw strange looking men, your orderlies, your security aides became uncomfortable, and that's why they had to do what they did. Now make make the country governable, make the country livable. Give those basic amenities that take some of our leaders to Dubai, to foreign countries. Make Nigeria another Dubai. Make Nigeria another beautiful America. Make Nigeria a beautiful place to stay. Honestly, you will not need so much convoy. I tell you this. Because when they see you, okay, Femi, how far now? They'll just greet you normally. Oh, good day, sir. Some that will hail you in their own language. They will hail you because you're doing well. But when you're not doing well, every strange man becomes an enemy. Every criticism becomes an opposition. Everyone who does protest becomes the enemy of the state. And that's why the police officers did not hesitate to shoot in the air. Like somebody asked, don't you know that bullet will have somewhere it will land? Let's find out what Nigerians are saying concerning this. This one here is saying, do you expect your bullet to stay in the air? Check what projectile motion means. You people see ordinary Nigerians as wild animals you can shoot and kill for your safety. In your message, there is no punishment for the killer, no justice for the dead, and the best you can do is just to tweet. This one here is where did they obstruct his convoy in the first place? Heavy questions, I must say. This one here is saying, why would they shoot into the air to disperse an armless crowd? When is sanctity of human life going to be a thing of concern to Nigerian government? Here you are to Salaye. Here you are to Salaye on social media that your party is working hard to regulate. It will soon end. This one here is saying, were you there or do you even know the circumstances that led to the shooting? Let's be fair in our responses to matters and allow the authority to investigate. Okay, this one here is saying, if the speaker was killed now, the security forces will be roasted. The HOS General Murtala Mohammed was killed at a traffic light like a criminal. That was why political office holders are allowed to carry armed men. You risk blocking such a convoy without consequences. Okay, this one here is saying, hope you're okay, Egbon. Love from Larry. Okay, this one here is saying, my dear friends, as we step out, okay, it's a prayer. This one here is saying, why are you guys having security men? To protect their lives and properties. That's because they're number one citizens after we now become citizens. So basically, that's why they need security men. But what we are saying is, all life matters, including that of ordinary citizens that we are governing. Let's continue. This one here is saying, oh, so sad. May God heal the individual. The individual is dead. Let's continue. This one here is saying, at Femi, the security personnel should be brought to justice. Bakam. Yes, it is. Fact, sue him. What do you mean? Let's call this. You're a lawmaker. Why are we talking like this? And you just explain everything that happened. It ends there. The story just ended. There's nothing like no excuse. Okay, that's act of accidents. That's what we're going to call it. So what will happen to that person that was killed? Remember, he said that strange men obstructed their convoy. Did the stray bullet hit the strange man? It could be an ordinary person, a vendor that was hit. Now, what happens to the life of the vendor? What happens to the parents? Is there no compensation plan? Is there nothing to be done? Is there not going to be an investigation? Won't the personnel be brought to book? And we are here just speaking. Is it going to be swept under the carpet? This is what we are talking about. The law is for everyone. Let's not stop. Can we just stop twisting this law so that every Nigerian will benefit from the good of the law? Or else, Nigerians will feel disgruntled. Will feel unfair, all Nigerians will feel marginalized. Okay, that stray bullet didn't just touch, it killed. Let's continue. This one here is saying, the unidentified men that obstructed the convoy, were they armed? Why is it so easy in our nation to release shots at people who are not bearing arms? This one here is saying, the security personnel should be brought to justice. It is unprofessional to shoot in the air among civilians. What goes up will always come down. Who trained these people? Have they forgotten the fundamental law of projectiles? Law of gravity says what goes up must come down. So one of the cardinal laws of gravity. So if you shoot it in the air, when it's coming down, it's going to hit someone. And if the people are clustered, it's going to hit somebody. Let's call it spade a spade. Let's stop using this grammar. When it concerns you, it becomes grammar. When it concerns somebody else, it becomes law. Please, with due respect to you, sir, bring your orderly or whoever security person that was in charge and let so that, see, Endsars, we are not done with it. Then let us not begin to look at things in another light, because right now Nigerians are getting all angry and a lot are frustrated. Some persons are saying, let investigations be done. Yes, if they can even take the matter to court and maybe he's not found guilty, even if he's found guilty, probably compensation plans will be given. I know it will probably end up in compensation plan, but so that justice may prevail. That's why the whole essence of hashtag Endsars began, because they wanted justice. They wanted good laws. They want governable laws. They wanted credible leaders who would stand firm in the face of any form of trial. And that's what we are still asking for. It has not changed. We want a better Nigeria. We want a Nigeria where you can walk out freely on the street and no one will harass you for being a good citizen. We want a better Nigeria where you can walk on the street and no one will intimidate you simply because you're from one particular tribe or the other. That's what we'll wrap it up. Honestly, on the social media, Nigerians are really hitting it up on Femi Gbajabiamila. Who knows? Maybe that's one of the reasons why the social media wants they are angling at regulating social media. That's what we'll wrap it up. Let's meet in the comment section. What's your take on this particular matter?